Alright, welcome back to video 2 of Shadowrun Returns. When we last left off, I got into a game that is wholly unfamiliar to me and found that I like the way it's set up. Very pretty atmosphere, and the combat was a little hard for me, but hey, we're learning! And I also realized that, yeah, you can't save while apparently you're in the middle of a conversation, so that prior screen I kind of skipped over trying to pull the video down and all. And it was basically me staring at Sam's beautiful face on the screen. Which, by the way, the background noises are a little freaking me out because my front door's open right now, letting in the beautiful spring air, and I keep thinking someone's trying to get into my house. Yeah, not fun. But okay, back to the game. Sam Watts. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now, I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse? Your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So, I set up a dead man's switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification, either works. Contact my law firm Rogers, Mengert, and McCain. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet. Lawyer. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Roger, Mengert, and McCain has installed a secured I can't read. Dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swerves back to Sam. Sam straightens up. Talk seriously. For the first time. Okay. Look, zombie pleasure. I've led a dark life, and I probably left a dark corpse. I've hurt people. Hurt myself. I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'll get to the bottom of this. Someone will pay. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab, kid. Joy, don't that make you feel good? Alright. The dead man's switch. Your plane hits the sea-tack tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in a cramped back seat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nuyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing to the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Woo! Save. Game saved. Okay, new objective. Ask the coroner about Sam Watts. Zombie, please? Guess her name's a little too long. Ain't got no friends, ain't got no karma. We might pick up on some of those weapons, though. Shotgun or shotgun blast? Not sure which. Alright. Run, girlie. I'm in the back! Yells a voice. Employees only beyond this point. But we're not an employee. New Seattle Research Division. Nothing to search. Oh, that looks dandy. The smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty, fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. Let's look around. Can we explore? No. Can I go in here? No. Alright, let's talk to you. Dresden. Woo! Pretty face. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, ma'am?" "Are you the coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here, so yeah, that makes me the franchise area's coroner too. And you are?" "No one you've ever heard of. Now tell me about Sam Watts." He fixes you with a hard gaze. "Careful, friend. I can have Lone Star here in 2 minutes. And what makes you think I know anything about Sam Watts?" "Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here." "I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murders yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens." "So who told you he was dead?" "Yeah, we're not telling you about the money. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch." The dwarf raises an eyebrow, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. "A dead man's switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here." "Run, little dwarf." "He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown." "Emerald City Ripper?" He sighs. "Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes the internal organs from the victim." "What prize did the Ripper take from Sam?" "Watts' liver was cleanly cut out." How about the other lucky contestants?" "The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed." "Dresden, get out here!" God, he don't seem friendly. "I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts." Towering over the diminutive coroner and a homicide detective right out of central casting, if you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. "So, this is the new Ripper Vic. Watts? Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back?" The coroner frowns. "So you insisted at the time." "Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority." Hold on. Let's see if I can do a voice. "Now, let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to Lieutenant's badge." "I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel, has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So, I'm looking for something for a whacked-out surgeon." "Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado." "Damn, you're no help, dwarf." The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. "Who the hell are you?" Too bad I don't have strength. "I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee?" "If you're new in town, I feel stupid doing this. Then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get in my way, you'll end up back here on a slab. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Ain't he a cocksuck?
Hey, what's this?
Basic. Oh, I'm pickpocketing. Cool. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the crest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. And I totally clicked off screen. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Look at the business card. Moving through things, you can make out that it's a card from the place called the Seamstress Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it intelligible. Ineligible. Why can I not talk today? Seriously. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. We'll leave it in the bag for now. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has been thoroughly soaked in. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam. I feel terrible that we have been blank to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Did my headphones just die? Nah. Acting up there for a minute. Sorry. The world went silent on me. We're gonna take the cred stick. Oh, we stowed the money. Whoops. Hopefully that didn't do anything bad. That was not my intentions. But, if we are taking shit, is there anything else I can take? No? Alright. Let's talk to Dresden. Sorry, buddy. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties, too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Dr. McCluskey. McCluskey? God, that's a weird name. Isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another $10 million a week to his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take, Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I help you with? Let's see, what questions do we have here? Alright, I think we get to ask them all, so let's hope so. On the take, who's planning to hold his leash? I don't know. But someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was this McCluskey said about Sam's mother? I am really bad at reading today. Dresden. The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Sounds like you disagree with the findings. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there are unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days? Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There are plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. who still uses scalpels. Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstress Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'll probably like it. Oh, thank you. Me? I'm not really that going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus the dead are just easier to get along with. I need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around this body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then, I'll go, do that. Sure. Body lockers in the back. Is it this door? I'm confused. Ah, body lockers in the back. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal a fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa! Easy there! In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like it's 6 yet. You were just sleeping in a freezer. A freezer for dead people. Didn't tell me you haven't considered it? Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then, over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. John! Is this lady cool? Yeah, she's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help her out, maybe. Even stop moping around the shop all day. Thank you for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. The name's Jake, and you are? Nice to meet you, Jake. I'm Zombie Pleasure. Ah, well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive in the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with poor Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstress Union that night. Tripping out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangsters got the jump on me. Ugh, damn. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyways. Now what's wrong with the intestine? You hear a loud squelch sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyways, there's a big fat court bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw him until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I ended up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you'd get a free night's stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sim's body less than a block away from the Union, missing a liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader got the whole gang searching the Barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. So what do you say? Ah, it's so much reading. I do like a little bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch of the Barren is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So, you need a weapon? I'm not good with really anything. I don't want melee though. I don't like close range combat, and if I'm a caster, I'm pretty sure I can be a fair distance away from said enemy. I don't know if a rifle though would be a very good idea. No, give me a machine gun. Spray and pay? Fair enough. Take this. It's a little beat up, but it works. So, ready for an evening out of town? Just a minute. Tell me some more about these gangsters first. Well, they're out of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern. But you wouldn't like their vision of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. Hey, I know a John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'll follow your lead. Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. We can leave when you're ready. Soon as I hit options. I think we can turn the ambient sound up a little bit. Can't say I'm too overly fond of that. But no, we did want that. Alright. And we got a little cash. Alright. Took the med kit, stoved from our polar friend there. And now we're heading out. And we're gonna save, because I don't feel like rereading all that. Oh wait, can't do that while you're in the action. Game saved. Good. Alright, let's head out. Confirm. Gonna have to stop soon again. The Redmond Barrens. Run in the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. It doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slums, and a dash of your tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of the organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wiry contentment. The stretch and grind tells him he's home. My stash is just around the corner in the alley. Can we talk to you? Does the bus stop here? Looking for a date? Elves are my favorite. Can we go in here? No? Okay. Gotta remember how this works. He wants a stash over here. Okay. Okay. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. Open the safe with Jake's mag card. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is perfectly matched for your skills. Take the gear. Oh, yay. Hand over the loot, bozos. Eyes, arm, cyberware. I got 2 karma. I think we'll hold on to them so I can actually put some thought into what I do with them. You are so going to hurt for that. Come on, kitty. Let's move you over here. Go ahead and shoot the fucker. You're dead. And my girl's just getting hit here. She ain't very good at this. Kill him! Ha! Cockbite. Get your ass over here, girlie. I gotta see if she even has this spell to use. So, welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. So I shouldn't invest in real estate around here? Only by the hour. Hey, you've seen where I stay the night. Now that you've got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Let's go deal with those Halloweeners, he says. Okay. You, I want to... inventory. Summons an air force. This fetish is consumed when used. Alright. I thought she picked up some gear. I'm confused. I'm gonna have to play around a little bit when eventually I can figure this shit out. Well, folks, I think we did a pretty good video here, so I'm going to let you go. And we will pick up next time messing around with the Halloweeners. Maybe we'll even see a good old skeleton jack while we're at it. So until next time, take care.